Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm sitting in my boat in my carport. I've got a tournament this weekend. The lake is off limits. I'm sitting here. What I'm doing is marking multiple spots that, you know, should hold fish this time of year. It's wintertime. And if you want, you can go to traderbills.com, look and see the results and see how we done. We may not catch a single fish, but I've got a strategy and I'm going to go by. Did you see this spot here? This is a big point. You know, this is coming off of a point, and this is actually a point. This is a offshore spot. There's a hump right here. That right there where the cursor is a hump, and then this creates a point that comes off here and dumps off into really deep water. Somewhere around here it's going to hold and hold fish. Okay, so what I'm going to do is during the tournament is I'm going to hit as many of these spots as I possibly can. When I'm practicing, do the same thing. I mark several spots and I'll hit them, I'll graph them, see if they have fish. If they don't have fish, I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to find them. But I've got 20 spots marked here. I'm going to keep looking. I may see some more. And I'm going to mark some, you know, as many spots as I can in this area. And I'm going to fish as many of these spots as I possibly can. Okay, here we go. February 9th, 2019. Fixing to take off, 110 boats. We'll see what happens. Just caught the first keeper. Look at this, my line's freezing up on my reel. Fished bass tournament this weekend. Didn't do very good at all. I feel like personally I done pretty good. I put it in my mind how I think the tournament was going to be won, and I still think that's how it was won. I'm going to find out for sure, or try to anyways. I'm going to try to find out how it was won. I think the tournament was won out deep with an Alabama rig, or at least in deep water with an Alabama rig. An Alabama rig, what that is, it kind of looks like something like that. You tie the line like here, and it's got some fingers coming off of it, and it's got multiple baits on it. And when it's reeled through the water, it looks like a school of shad or a school of minnows or something swimming by, and you can throw it out. You can fish it high in the water column, medium, and you can fish it down deep. It's pretty versatile, but it looks like a school of bait. And a lot of times in wintertime the fish are deep and they're feeding on shad and things like that, so that's why it works so good. And a lot of tournaments are won this time of year with that, so it's pretty. I mean, if you hear a bass tournament won, other than say like Bassmasters, you know, they're not allowed to use it. Me and my wife fished a couples tournament. They're not allowed to use it. I've never fished one. I probably should have got a couple of them because I found schools of fish on my depth finder, and I just couldn't get them to bite. Well, I did catch one early in the morning on like the 5th spot I went to. I caught a 206. The tournament was won with 1906, so I just needed 17 more pounds. All I needed to do was catch a 17-pounder. You know, that should have been easy. What I am proud is I did catch the fish offshore. It's what I wanted to do, and I am proud that I felt like it was going to be one offshore, it was going to be one deep, and I fished deep the whole time. I fished over 20 foot deep the whole time. Now, I may end up finding out the stupid thing was one in 6 foot of water, but I doubt it. I would imagine it was one deep. There was I hit some schools of fish. I don't know how big they were. They may not even have been bass. I wish I would have. I bought a GoPro camera, and I wish I would have filmed my depth finder on some of these schools of fish. Maybe could let some of you guys look at it that knows a little more about offshore fishing than me. And maybe you could say, hey, yeah, they're bass. Some of them I'm pretty sure were crappie, because I know what crappie look like. One thing I will say real quick is when you're fishing deep, electronics works extremely well. Okay, when you go to and a lot of people buy these big depth finders and they don't understand how to use them, and that's because most people run the bank and they fish shallow. And I will say, I'm not saying that they're useless in shallow water, but they're not near as effective. They're almost useless in shallow water. When you get in shallow water, depth finder doesn't do you a whole lot of good. Now, obviously, and I'm not saying they're useless, but they're almost. There are some things that they help. You can see structure, you know, especially like side scan. You can see You know, if there's bait in the area, sometimes stuff like that. But most of the time when you get in shallow water, you can tell by looking at the water and what's going on around you if there's bait. If there's shad, a lot of times you'll see shad popping, you'll see fish rolling. There's usually visual signs that tells you there's fish there, and that's why most people fish shallow water, because when you move out deep, you don't see anything. I mean, you can see in this video here where I was fishing, I'm out, not dead middle of the lake, but I'm out on a hump that's out towards the middle of the lake in really deep water, okay, and it's like 70 foot of water around me, and I was fishing hump. That's where I caught the one fish, but then every spot I fished was similar to this, and there was fish on a lot of the spots, and I couldn't catch them. I don't know if what I was doing wrong. Obviously I was doing something wrong. I don't know what. I don't have a whole lot of winter time experience bass fishing, I'll tell you that. So most of the time in the winter I am deer hunting. Love to hunt. So I may need to start doing a little bit more winter bass fishing. And I do understand how to catch them, but I was trying to win the tournament. I wanted to win it. I had put it in my mind that I was going to fish the way I thought that you had to fish to win that tournament. And I was going to do it all day long, even if I didn't catch a single fish. And that's what I did. So did my best. Come up 17 pounds short. You know, most tournaments don't even get one with that much. So, anyways, I've won tournaments with less than that. So, matter of fact, most tournaments, very rarely does a tournament get won with 17 pounds, and I was 17 pounds short exactly. You can look up on TraderBills.com, and once it goes up, and you can look at the weigh-in of the February the 9th tournament, and you can see exactly what the weights were, and I'll be sitting way down at the bottom. Me and my wife will somewhere. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day, and bye-bye.